Hello, all you wonderful Rise of Kingdoms players out there. This is Dragothien here. Today it is bet time. It is Friday, and that means it's bet time on this channel. Also, I do have all the assets together for that Trajan video I promised you yesterday. Apologies for the delay. Had some family things happening that needed to be handled. With that being said, I have my bets up from last week. As you can see, I went heavy on BG against 1v. Almost panned out, by the way. But I should have obviously put the 1200 on Song, which I did make a comment in my last video on Friday. I should have put more on Song against OV than I did, but I'd already used all my stuff against BG, or for BG against 1v, so I went with what I had. But on my other account, after I did that video, I did put more on Song on my main account, and I ended up getting about 9,000 coins. So I hope you guys are going to be following this every Friday, because this is where you get the best values for your bets. Now let's talk about the realms real quick, because I've gone through them all, found the value bets here, and I gotta tell you, it's definitely a later realm week. Okay, so as we go through Realm of Horus, which is your primary older kingdom realm, everything's pretty much bet the way I would expect it to be bet, and the ones that are good value, like even 235E versus Song here, right? Song just took out OV. I don't feel comfortable betting anything against Song right now. Same thing with SN versus 1v. SN just lost to Squad, and this is only about a 3-to-1 bet. Now, 3-to-1's good. 3-to-1 is very good. 500 coins gets you 1,500 coins. Those are good odds. However, there are better odds across the other realms, so we're going to skip it. Same thing with BG versus Squad. I almost put some coins into here, but I'm like, man, it's just 2-to-1. It's just 2-to-1. And I do have a good feeling, even as amazing as Squad play, and you'll be seeing this on the official Rise of Kingdoms channel on Sunday at 13 UTC. That is our match, BG versus Squad. Let's see if they can pull it off like they did last week, because that was crazy to watch and to cast with you guys. But again, it's just 2-to-1. So, I mean, is it worth it to put the coins on the line? To me, it's not in that situation. 114K should easily take out K6V. They lost to TR last week pretty handily, and 114K is a very solid team. Everything else is fairly even. 2-to-1 at best, and that's 1 AVG versus 166, and JWM versus Lig. Everything else, for the most part, UCS versus 12 Kings. I mean, it's all basically even. It's knotted up. OV versus PTAL. As much as I like PTAL, I don't know if they're going to have the juice to take out OV, although, I mean, maybe OV's confidence is shaken from last week. You never know. Heck, they might not even make the playoffs. Who knows? When you lose a match, you are in jeopardy, guys. When you lose a match in the playoff qualifier round, you are in jeopardy. You are not safe. So they're either going to be fighting and scrapping for their lives, or they're going to be a little downtrodden from losing last week, and maybe that'll roll over to this week. Who knows? I doubt it, but you never know. It's too volatile to bet on. And again, as you can see, the rest of these here, I'm just not too confident of any particular team winning. And then again, even if I was, less than 3-to-1 odds, not really that critical. Same thing with Realm of Anubis. There are some very good, heavily sided bets here, but again, I think they are for a reason. Revenge of the Bees definitely is going to be looking very strong in Realm of Anubis. Took out 463F, and then Noah again being taken out by 671F. I've never seen, I will say, as I go along to the other realms, I've never seen so many teams that lost last week be so favored this week. It's kind of crazy with the numbers that I was looking at. Like, let me see, is this one of them? Yeah, this is one of them. 463F. Lost last week to 68 RB, like I just said, and they're going up against 671K, who won their match last week, but they're favored almost 3-to-1, 4-to-1, almost 4-to-1. 3-to-1 is the 3.5-to-1 is usually is the realistic number here. But again, that's crazy. I just, it's interesting to me to look at how people bet. So even here, roughly even here, less than 2-to-1. This one's 3-to-1, 4-to-1. But again, I think it's relatively well bet. 439W taking out ADVS, which is a strong alliance, and then K556 taking out 623, which K556 is also a very strong alliance. So this could be a bet for you if you want. But again, at 4-to-1, that's good odds, but there's better. There's better. It's coming. It's coming. Same thing with R612 versus 449G. 449G lost. R612 lost. PX34 is supposedly, I believe, old HKL members. So this would explain a lot. And maybe this is a snafu, but again, look at the odds here. You're looking at almost 7 to 1, almost 7 to 1 odds. That's not bad. In fact, this one might not be a bad idea to put some coins on. Just if you want to throw something in realm of Anubis, I would say R612 versus 449G wouldn't be a bad one to put one in. But again, I think that R612 is better than what that score dictates, because if they were fighting HKL folks, then probably wasn't very easy, right? And again, everything else very even, except for O74S versus V636. But again, I don't know if, having lost to GLDA, which is not V636, how they're going to beat V636. So I think that's why the bets are the way they are. Nude, same thing. Nude fell heavily to Whom, which, again, did not do so well. I'm trying to find where they're at. I think they were towards the top. Whom, here you go. Whom beat Nude, beat HGS, beat Go56. So Nude did not do so hot against Whom, and K530 was in a tough match against D593. So this may also be, this is about a 10 to 1, almost 10 to 1. In fact, I've got 5,300 coins. Let's bet 100 on here. This is a little sneaky one. We'll do 99, just so I can tell the wife I didn't bet 3 digits, you know. KKSA scheduled to win that matchup, although 6P looking very good, by the way. 6P taking out 489, excuse me. And ADVS losing to 439W, will likely also lose to the 556 crew. And then same thing again, 2 to 1 odds, not that great. And then this one's equal. So the only one I put some coins on was K530 versus Nude. I put a few coins on the Nude, and again, it just has to do with the fact that this is almost 10 to 1 odds. It literally is 9 to 1 odds. So maybe it'll be 10 to 1 by the time Sunday rolls around. But that's my only Anubis pick that I would be confident in putting a few coins on. Now here we go. Here's the bulk. Okay, here's where we start getting some really nice numbers. So GSNP versus 21OT. GSNP is an underpowered alliance, I guess I would say, when it comes to what you start to see into the qualifying playoffs. 2.8, 2.9 is probably about the lowest you see people going in these. But again, we have to remember, this is realm of Bastet. Okay, this is the 3rd tier realm here. So having lost to RE89, who is also underdogged, by the way, against 60GT. 60GT is a very favored alliance in the realm of Bastet as well. But 21OT has underperformed. In fact, so much so that they lost almost 2 to 1 against 60GT. And they've got some power, 3.56. I don't know if these guys have any more confidence left. I think with the value here, the prize pool here, this is almost 20 to 1. Okay, so looking at maybe 15 to 1. Yeah, 15 to 1. We got to put some coins on GSNP. We just have to. And I'm gonna go like 400 right now. Right now I'm doing 400. So confirm the bet in GSNP's favor. If I win here, I'm looking at about 10 grand, maybe 12 grand in coins. I'm dodging the 60GT one. I think 60GT is strong enough to take out their opponent. This is the other one, AO4 versus DBs. AO4 was looking like they might be able to pull out the win against LW92, and they are a strong alliance, 3.3 billion. But Deadly Beast has also been very, very scrappy and took out their opponent 77GN. And again, the prize pool about 3 to 1, something you might want to consider. I'm not putting points on there because, again, it's just not the best value out there for what's available. Like I said, we got 15 to 1 right above it there, where I think you could actually get some serious coins. DB versus AO4, though, if you're going to bet it, I would bet DB, and again, get it maybe 3 to 1 back there possibly in your favor. 77GN here, losing to DB, like I just said, and LW92 winning against AO4. I think that this is probably well bet for the most part. Neville losing to 838. B838 is probably going to happen as well, and plus it's equal. WIB versus LIU. Now, these are both alliances from the same kingdom of 846. Obviously, WIB is the premier premier team on this kingdom, will likely make it to at least the top 4 in these playoffs, and is the heavy favorite for Eye of Talent to win it all. So something to keep in mind. That being said, there's something to also be said whenever you've got teams in the same kingdom playing against each other. And 2.8 billion power is enough to do the job. So I wonder, you know, having lost to B838, okay, that's a thing. That's a thing. They did lose to B838. Let's look at B838 again really quick. 3 billion power, beat LIU, beat Goaty, beat 36BT. I'm going to put some coins on here because this is actually almost a 50-1. This is almost a 50-1 trade. You have less than 1 million prize pool on the right side, and you have working on 24 million on the left side. This is like 30-ish or so. So I'm going to put like 250 coins. We're going to do 250. Nothing crazy, but if it hits. But if it hits. There's some good coins there. All right, so that's the second one. And then the third one here in Realm of Bastet, UN88 versus K81. UN88 is, again, another favorite inside of this realm. However, having lost to Lost, no pun intended, that's substantial to think about. Lost is not a snub team by any means, but they're not like an 8 billion team or anything. They're not JWM, all right? They are beatable. And with how heavily favored UN88 probably was last week, this is kind of curious as to how they're so heavily favored again. This is a 5-1 bet. 5-1 bet. And K81 almost beat Lost's counterpart in 903 TOC. Now, I think Lost is a little bit better team than TOC, marginally. So, again, you know, do you take the team that heavily lost against the bigger team, or do you take the team that has a very solid ratio of return on your coin and almost beat the runner-up in that kingdom? I kind of feel like I need to put 150 coins on K81. I kind of feel like that's where I need to put some coins at. Now, as you can see, I'm saving up a big chunk of coins because there's some big ones coming up, guys. I'm gonna get you all hooked up here. And as you can see, everything else is pretty much even. Even the T2A match against Pokemon, that's going to be a good match. I'm surprised this isn't more even, by the way. This may have to do with me more than the actual matchup because, I mean, looking at it, Pokemon's doesn't have the power we do, but they've got the strategy, they've got the team, they've got the players, and they have the experience of Osiris League playoffs, and they have been beating solid opponents. So this is going to be also casted on the 19 UTC hour on the main Rise of Kingdoms channel as well, guys. I'll be recording that certainly and posting my perspective on this match afterwards, of course, as always. And then this is just kind of funny to look at. Lost versus TOC also having two teams going at it from 903 in the same week, as did, again, 846 Alliances, Wib, and where are they at? Jeez, all the way up here? Wib and Light It Up. So both of them from 846 also facing off. So this is the Civil War week for Realm of Bastet. Luckily, K916 for us is going up against 45 SD instead of us. Hopefully, looking forward to seeing them get a win this week. Their first win of the qualifiers in the playoffs. All right, so Realm of Sobek. Here we go. All right, so 52 SK versus JC60. This is about a 4-1. It's about 4-1. Not too bad. Something to keep an eye on. Again, JC60 losing their match. 52 SK winning their match. But again, JC60 heavily favored. And look at the pool of betting. 222,000 people have bet on this match in favor of JC60. I don't quite get it. I don't understand. So I'm going to bet on it. Nothing adds up here. The bets don't add up. The way the bets went don't add up. I've got to bet on 52 SK. I just have to. And I'm going to put like 200 or so. Confirm. All right, next one. Here's a biggie. So this is over 20-1, guys. Looking at 30-1, basically. Looking at almost 30-1. 25-1. This is 25-1. RA2K versus 94VN. Now, RA2K is a 2.5 billion alliance. 94VN is a 3.2 billion alliance. Let's keep it in perspective. 94VN likely will win. However, anytime that I see a 25-1 bet, you gotta put some coins on there. You just gotta. They beat Finn, which was a relatively lower-ish alliance here. 2.3 billion, nothing to really write home about. But they did it convincingly. I mean, 57,000 versus 11,000. They treated them like they should have been treated. And then on the other side, you've got 94VN winning against 26BM, and 26BM is a 3 billion alliance. And this is pretty handily too, 3.1 to 3 billion. So, I mean, I think 94VN will win this. However, for 25-1 odds, I've got to put 200 on there too. And I'll make it even like an odd 200. I won't even type it in. There we go. Confirm. You got to do it. 25-1. 25-1, you have to do it. You have to do it. All right. This is my final bet of the video. And it's UW15 versus TH59. Now, looking at this again, this is over a 10-1 odds bet. We're looking at this and we're seeing some trends here. So UW15 won against 1K91. 1K91 was a fairly strong opponent for not a very strong opponent for 3.4 billion, and it was pretty close. It was pretty close. Tie here, TH59 lost to NW. Now let's take a peek at NW really quick and see what they're all about. Are they even here? Here we go. 2.5 billion Naughty Warriors winning against TH59. This is one where, again, it's over 10-1 odds. I may put 100 on here just because, but I don't really believe in it. It's just a 10-1 thing. UW15 has all the check marks to be winning this next match. I'm just putting 100 on there in case UW15's internet goes out or something to that effect. All right, so now I've got 3,800, almost 3,900 coins. Where do I put them? Where do I put them? Who do I think has the best chance to upset in bets? Well, let's go to Anubis again. Nude versus K530. This is a good one. And it's almost 10-1, guys. This is almost a 10-1 bet. And Nude is not anything to sneeze at. 3.4 billion power alliance, more than capable, as you saw, of taking out a 4.5 billion alliance. And again, K530 went up against D593. Let's see, D593. Yeah, D593. A 3.8 billion alliance. Okay, so they took him out. K530 did, and it was strong. I mean, strong alliance. So when we go back up here and we look at that same bet here, 4.5 billion. I feel like Nude Army might have had the same kind of setup, maybe, but they lost to Nude, or they lost to Whom, excuse me. Lost to Whom, and Whom is a 3.4 billion alliance. So I don't know if I necessarily want to throw all my coins on that. I just don't. This was my give me 1,000 coins maybe if I strike gold. GSNP versus 21OT. This was this 15-1 odds? That's not bad. That's not bad. That might be the one, guys, to have it all. I think GSNP just might be a little underpowered, and having lost last week, I'm not super confident. Wib versus LIU, I think Wib's going to win. But again, just in case, UN88 versus K81. This is that 5-1 trade. And then AO4 and DBs. Yeah, I can't do that one. Can't do that one. So let's go over to Realm of Sobek. I think this is where my bet's going to be. This is where my big boy bet's going to be. Let's keep on keeping on. I think Vikings are going to win here too. This was the other one I was kind of taking a peek at, but I think Vikings is going to win here handily. All right, so of these three, which one do I do? I believe in this one the most, even though it's not the best value at 10-1, 15-1. I believe in this one the most. 52 SK versus JC60. That's where I'm putting my coins. In fact, I'm going to put like 3,000. There's a couple I want to put a few more coins into. So 52 SK, getting the bulk of my coins. Go 52 SK, go win me some coins. I need them in my life. Again, this one was really a value bet, RATK. It could happen. It really could happen. I may put some more coins on this one too, to be honest with you. This one, not so much. I'm not really too confident in this one, but it could happen as well. But just 2.4 billion versus 3.4 billion. It's substantial enough to cause concern. This one's a little closer, 2.5 to 3.2. Yeah, let's spread them out just a little bit, and I'll put the rest on RA2K. So this was the bets, and again, this was the heavy bet. This isn't a guarantee. This is a little bit of a jumpy week, but I also think that these are your best value bets for what we know of these teams in the playoffs versus the ratio of coins that you may get back. Again, don't go and bet on JWM. Don't go and bet on OV. Don't go and bet on 1V. These are all up in the air. Nobody is guaranteed in Realm of Horus. Anyone can win. Anyone can win. It's just a matter of what the probability is, and I just don't think that. I mean, PTOL's not bad enough to where OV's like, okay, well, that's a guaranteed bet. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Same thing with UCS. UCS is looking very strong, but 12 Kings is also very strong. JWM, same thing. League is a very strong alliance, guys. They have a 3.7 billion Osiris League team, and they are filled with fighters, chock full of fighters. So I can't possibly put coins on that. And even 1AVG, very, very strong alliance. 166 is nothing to sneeze at. 3.7 billion. Lost to League last week at the very end, but 166 is a very strong alliance too. SNC1, by the way. This is also another one that I might have bet on had the prize pool been better, but it's not even 2-1. So there you go. That's the picks, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is the round 2 stage of bets that I've done in case you want to take a quick peek and mirror what I've gotten. Heavy on 52 SK and RA2K. Everything else are just little hedge bets in case 1 or 2 of these lose. I can get maybe some coins back with some 10-1, 15-1 odds type things. So hope you've enjoyed. See you guys next time. Cheers. Have a good one and take care.